DevOps Interview Questions and Answers. Question number 1. What is DevOps? DevOps is a culture or a practice, or a methodology or collaboration where the development, operations and testing teams work collaboratively for faster releases for creating high-quality software. Under the traditional separation between development and operations, they have different and opposing goals. Development wants speed in developing software to the customers and wants faster releases. Operations wants stability and to minimize downtime. In DevOps, the dev and ops collaborate with each other as if they are on the same team. They streamline the processes and procedures and work in collaboration. It involves SCM, source code management, continuous integration or CI, continuous testing, configuration management, continuous monitoring. Benefits of DevOps is increased deployment frequency. If a company was doing traditional deployment of 4 releases per year, they could now do the release 40 times. Question number 2. How is DevOps different from Agile? Agile is SDLC methodology, DevOps is practice or a culture. Scrum framework or Agile development defines particular rules for repeatable and iterative sprints, and it deals only with software development life cycle or the development activities. DevOps covers the entire SDLC lifecycle and also involves the steps after SDLC lifecycle, that is deployment, operations and production support. Each organization has its own DevOps practices defined to meet the needs of the organization.
Name some DevOps tools you have worked with. I have worked with these tools. You can mention any tools that you have worked with or you have practiced with. I have used Jira for project management and tracking. I have worked with SCM or source code management tool and a version control tool like Git. Used Jenkins as continuous integration server, Maven as a build tool, Nexus as artifact storage repository, Junit and Selenium as a testing tool, Docker as a containerization tool, Puppet, Chef, Ansible as a configuration management tool, and used Nagios for monitoring. What is CI/CD? CI stands for continuous integration and CD stands for continuous delivery. Continuous integration is a way of automation to build, package, and test applications. With continuous integration, teams are more likely to commit code changes more frequently, which leads to better collaboration and software quality. It is a SDLC practice to frequently deliver the apps to customers by introducing automation. CD automates the deployment of applications to infrastructure. Continuous integration and continuous delivery require continuous testing because the objective is to deliver quality applications and code to users. Continuous testing is often implemented as a set of automated performance, regression and other tests that are executed in the CI/CD pipeline. What is branching and what is a master branch? Each repository can have one or more branches. The main branch, where all changes get merged into, is called a master branch. It is recommended to have separate branches for feature branch and the master branch. So all feature developments take place in a dedicated feature branch instead of the master branch. It makes it easy for multiple developers to work on a particular feature without disturbing the main codebase. It also means the master branch will never contain broken code, which is useful for continuous integration environments. A central repository, and master represents the official project history. Instead of committing directly on their local master branch, it is recommended that the developers should create a new feature branch every time they start work on a new feature. Feature branches could be given descriptive names, like new add to cart button feature, etc. Git makes no technical distinction between the master branch and feature branches, so developers can edit, stage, and commit changes to a feature branch. Feature branches can be pushed to the remote or central repository, so that it is possible to share a feature with other developers without touching any official code. What were your day-to-day responsibilities as a DevOps engineer? Our responsibilities included build code, test, deployment of code, and ability to maintain continuous integration and continuous delivery process, using tools like Jenkins, Maven, Git, etc. We had choose the best tools and technologies that fit the business needs. Automated the process to test and deploy the code and monitor. Worked in close coordination with the development and operations team such that the application is in line with performance according to the customer's expectation. We also did configuration management, deployment automation, setting up the monitoring system, collaborating with teams, involved in code review process and Scrum methodology. What is IAC, or infrastructure as code? IAC is infrastructure as code. It is defining and provisioning your infrastructure in a code format, mostly as a YAML or JSON format, or a Terraform file. Provisioning in the traditional environment could take months to bring the infrastructure online. Infrastructure as code takes advantage of infrastructure as service, and makes it possible and easy to provision the infrastructure provided by cloud providers like AWS and Azure, since the resources are already available in their data centers and those resources are readily available for provisioning through infrastructure as code. Benefits of IAC is that there is 1. Consistency across different environments, if you're trying to provision the infrastructure for different environments like test or staging or production. It removes possibility of manual errors. It removes the risk associated with human error, like manual misconfiguration. It can decrease downtime and increase reliability. 2. Speed, faster execution, to deliver the product to the customer, which is one of the principles of DevOps. It helps accelerate deployment cycles. DevOps environments develop and deploy apps faster with IAC. Applications can be deployed into production many times.